Hi friends, this is regarding defense budget of India, defense expenditure of India. India has allocated this financial year 2020-21 rupees 4.72 lakhs crore rupees. It constitutes around 16% of the total central government budget. And this is the highest amount amongst all the ministries of the central government. So it looks a huge amount. Anyway, we can make a comparison at global level and regional level. Where does India stands on defense expenditure? Number one spender in the world on defense is USA. USA is spending $732 billion this year. China stands number 2 position, $261 billion. And India is much less, only $71 billion. The Russia is number 4th position, $65 billion. And Saudi Arabia, $61 billion. So in precise, India stands at number 3rd position in the world as regards defense expenditure is concerned. USA is 10 times more and China is 5 times more they are spending. And moreover, China or USA or Russia, they are exporter of weapons. They are not importing. India stands at number 2 position as regard spending on import is concerned. This is only after Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is importing number 1 position at the world level, the highest importer. And India, number 2. So India is the importer and other 3 big countries, as I cited earlier, are the exporters. So that makes a lot of difference. Now regard, where does India stands on expenditure, military expenditure in the region? The GDP wise, if you count, then highest GDP wise expenditure Pakistan is making. 3.7% of Pakistan's GDP. Number 2 position, China, not India. China is spending 2.3% of GDP. India spends only 2.1% of GDP. And moreover, China has a huge income. China's economic status is almost 5 to 6 times more than India. India hardly has lesser than $3 trillion as GDP. And China is $16 trillion. So around 5 to 6% China is rich. And that if you draw percentage-wise, GDP percentage-wise, then not only this is 2.3% GDP of China, if the amount in hand, if you take into account, then it goes around 13 to 14% of the total amount of the GDP. So you can imagine India stands nowhere before China. And as I said that China is the exporter, again you remember, not importer, India is the importer. Then, whatever India has allocated on defense, that we have to keep into mind that suppose $71 billion India has allocated this year. Out of $71 billion, India would spend around $20 billion only on pensions of retired armed force personnel and civilian as well. Almost same amount, $20 billion, India is allocating for salary bill of the working defense personnel. So $40 billion is allotted only for pension and salary. How much amount remains? Around $31 billion. $31 billion is supposed to be spent on so many things. The first, let us see, research and development. DRDO alone is spending around 30,000 rupees every year. 30,000 rupees every year only on R&D, research and development. Then this amount includes maintenance, imports, operation, training, production, establishment and military modernization. All these amounts are together. Then it is 4.72 lakhs crore rupees. You can imagine this amount is more or adequate or less. However, having said so, fact remains that Indian defense is facing huge financial crunch. Two examples I would cite over here. First is, in want of money, India continues to suffer from critical operational shortage on several fronts, like air fighter and submarines, including even basic infantry weapons and night fighting capabilities. This is urgent requirement. India has no money to procure them. Just recently, India has put on hold new major deals of weapon systems. Deals were ready to make payment and to get back all these weapons. India postponed it because money is not here. Anyway, that also we have to keep into mind, apart from defense budget, that what responsibility we have given on military head. Our military personnel, our defense, has to protect India from two enemies, China and Pakistan. Both are nuclear capable enemies. They have been headache for India right from their birth, 1947 to 48. The total boundary of Pakistan and China are 7,500 kilometers. Not even a single inch of boundary where there is no problem. India cannot relax even for one day. India has battled with Pakistan 3-4 times war, plus proxy war and terrorism. China, apart from 1962, continuous incursions, 8 to 10 times so far. Apart from military pressures on India, on political front also China has been harassing India in the United Nations. China is misusing her status as permanent member of Security Council, using veto to protect a terrorist operating against India. Moreover, China has been keeping India out of NSG, nuclear supplier groups. So this is a fact. Anyway, India has sufficient money or not, but India has to ensure national security. But national security is not only military, not only border, inside also. Defense means only military defense. But security means all-round security, economic security, political security, social security, environmental security, external security, internal security, all kinds of threats together. Now, if we keep into mind what amount is allocated for defense and what for other aspects of security. Defense has been allocated, as I said earlier, 4.72 lakhs crore rupees. But what about health and education? Both together, India has allocated only 1.75 lakhs crore rupees. So you can imagine, even if India is secure on the border, but insecure inside, this is not a total national security. Total national security means military also, and social, economic, and other aspects of security also. Anyway, India has to manage, even if India has lesser money for defense. How India can manage it? India can manage with diplomacy, with alliances, with shifting strategies. This is the only way. Moreover, all the time finance, money does not fight. That example you have seen Second World War, Russia, one of the poorest country in the world at that time, had ensured defeat of Hitler alone. What America, France, and Britain, together all three, the richest country in the world, could not manage it. So therefore, if India has lesser money, does not mean that India's national security is in danger. Even today, China is in Ladakh. and our military personnel are bravely facing them. So I hope it will continue in future too.